Everybody has been talking about Meta introducing AI users and this dead internet theory, and today I wanted to cover it for you. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, let's take you over to one of the many posts. We're going to take a look at Culture Crave. I personally love this profile. This is what they had to say. Meta confirms they plan to add tons of AI-generated users to Instagram and Facebook. They will have bios, profile pictures, and can share content. So it's literally just AI people. But Culture Cave does continue. It's not only just that one post. There are quotes from Meta, I guess. We expect these AIs to actually, over time, exist on our platforms kind of the same way that accounts do. They think this and other AI products they are rolling out will help attract and retain a younger audience. It continues on. With their new tools, users will be able to create these AI profiles. 100K plus have already been created, but creators have kept most of them private. Meta's rules state that AI-generated content should be labeled on its platforms, and there is one more post about it. Examples of AI-generated profiles, and you can see this is a Brian Facebook account. You can still tell that the picture is AI-generated, but man, think about how much it's been advancing. Like, has it been even mainstream for a year now? Has it? I don't actually know, but regardless, like, if we're talking about in the span of a year how much AI has progressed, then I can only imagine it's going to take like another 6 months or so. This is an example post from Brian. Combining my two passions, my grandkids and sewing. I love creating something with my own hands and seeing the joy on my grandkids' faces when they wear something I made just for them. It's a connection to the past, a way to pass down traditions and love. So, obviously, this is very strange. I personally think it's really weird, but I will say that I'm not surprised. There is a multitude of reasons why they could be doing this. One thing I do disagree with is you see a lot of people, and we're going to take a look at some replies to kind of get a gauge on how people are feeling about this, by the way, but you see a lot of replies where it's like, oh, the people behind Meta are idiots. They're stupid. And I'm sitting back, I'm like, come on, man. There's a reason that they're doing this. It's not for just your social media benefit. There's a lot of reasons we can dive into. I don't know if there's anything. There's one like giant one that I don't know if it's necessarily safe to talk about on YouTube. So we're going to leave that. But regardless, I also heard people talking about this dead internet theory. If you guys don't know what it is, the Explore page covered it for you because I personally didn't know what it is. I've never heard about dead internet theory before, but this is very interesting, okay? Meta has announced its plans to introduce AI-generated users on Instagram and Facebook, sparking discussions about the dead internet theory. This theory suggests that internet is increasingly dominated by bots and automated content, reducing genuine human interaction. Many users express concern that this initiative by Meta could further erode the authenticity of online engagement, potentially leading to an internet where artificial presence overshadows real human connections. Now, if you guys have come over from any other channel or spent a little bit of time over here, you would know that I believe that something like this is going to be the future. I just particularly have never heard about this dead internet theory. I think that we are all going to, by we all, I mean like maybe not me, maybe not you, and definitely not me, to be honest with you. I believe that we're all going to end up living like Ready Player One in some sense. The technology is just going to get that much better, and I also think it's going to be Ready Player One, plus everybody is just going to be stuck with their AI girlfriends, and the world is just going to keep going down and downhill. Everybody's going to be controlled, and everybody is going to end up loving it. But like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the replies that you see from this is just people calling like Mark Zuckerberg and the people behind Meta like actual idiots. What, they think this is actually going to work? Yes, it's going to work. Just give it some time. Like right now we can spot the difference between an AI. It's even getting harder though. You can spot the difference between like communicating with AI right now, but at the rate that it's learning, it's going to be no time that you will absolutely not be able to figure it out. So there are a few other reasons. Like if you want to get into the control conversation, that's a conversation that I'm not too sure if it's a YouTube appropriate, because YouTube, I am very, very grateful to be on this platform. Thank you very much. But there's other things. Like the only good thing, I mean, is it even good though? The only like slightly positive thing I can see coming from this is, let's assume, and this is going to be a reality, is eventually these AIs are going to be indistinguishable from real people. Once you have like some brand new niche part of the internet, maybe it's like a brand new game or something that came out, and let's say I find this brand new game like Marvel Rivals. Let's say that wasn't popular. It's a brand new game. Marvel Rivals. I want to watch content on it. I want to join a Reddit community on it. Something along those lines. I want to talk to people about this new game that I love, but it's just not popular. I could see a bunch of people, a bunch of AI people coming in and talking about the game with me. Now, it's interesting too that I actually just came up with gaming because I recently saw, and I don't know if you guys saw this, I saw a clip of an AI, or I think it was ChatGPT playing Fortnite. You know what? I'm going to do a jump cut and see if I can bring that to you guys. Maybe it wasn't ChatGPT, but because when I typed in ChatGPT, I got myth. The old clip about Fortnite bot back from 2020. Man, that's nostalgic, actually. Wow. But so my point being, AI is advancing very, very quickly. If you're starting up some new social media platform, you can make it seem like it's a lot more active than it is. If you're a brand new YouTuber, I guess, like, and you have the backing of something like this, you can have a ton of people in your comment sections. You can filter out any, if you want to dive into political topics, you can filter out anybody that disagrees with you and just kind of, you can kind of, not gonna get into that. I changed my mind, guys. I'm sorry. I'm YouTube. I'm grateful to be on your platform. I don't want to talk about the worries of the world because this is going to be fantastic for humankind. The only other thing that I can really think of, though, is that you could have some, like, virtual influencers or a bunch of people like giving 5-star reviews on a product that they want to sell you, things like that, right? And I could see that being the goal of it. Like, the only thing that I can't wrap my head around is everybody saying, hey, these guys are idiots. Like, there's a reason that they're doing this. So let's take a look at some of the top replies over from the Explore page and replies to Culture Crave. Bryce Storbakken had this to say: as if there weren't already enough reasons to leave, we can finally all agree we're out. And like, nobody's going to leave social media. It's just not going to happen unless you want to talk about like Facebook specifically. And I know that Facebook has made like even just like a tiny little bit of a comeback, but it's nothing significant. Another thing is, by the way, if you want to add this just to Meta and Facebook, all of the old people, all of the boomers will be fooled by AI, just like they're fooled with clickbait. Let's continue on to the world's greatest narcissist. Imagine your parents get divorced because one of them fell in love with their AI follower because you know it's going to happen. Dude, it's going to happen. It's already happening. People prefer their AI girlfriends over real people. And man, I'm disappointed because we had a video and I thought about re-uploading it here but the problem is I made it like 3 months ago where I actually tried one of those AI girlfriend apps to show like just how dangerous it is. Maybe I'll do that again for this channel. Look out for that, actually. I'll look into doing that, but let's continue on. I wonder if Meta's plan with AI users is to eventually generate an infinite stream of AI reels, which are hyper-targeted at each individual user. Yeah, that's true. And you know what's crazy is there's probably going to be a time where you develop friendships, like these online relationships, and even if you want to like go that far into it, like talking about Ready Player One, you won't end up knowing if the people you're playing games with are AI, and then they'll like send you a funny video, and slowly but surely, because most people in this world are NPCs, and they will start like slowly doing what you want with them, slowly getting you to buy a product, slowly transforming you and turning you into the biggest consumer of all time. But guys, speaking of consuming things, you know what you should do? Consume more content on this channel because we do have some productive videos. Like I did make a tier list on the best ways to move on after a breakup. I would love to have you guys over at that video. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Take care, everybody.